Hey guys, it's Nerris here with game number 3 from the RBBL 3.5 League. This is me playing my Undead team, and this week I matched up against Should Have Had a D8, the Lizardmen team in the league. Now taking a quick look at the standings from the end of week 2, I am currently 1 win, 1 loss, having beat the Norse last week. The Lizardmen are 2-0, so they actually have a very strong showing so far. This could potentially be a very difficult game. At the same point, I've taken a quick look at their team already, and they currently have a dead Croxagore and only 3 Saurus in this game due to some injuries. So it's going to be mostly skinks, and I'm hoping I can find a way to use that to my advantage. Unfortunately, I don't have much other information on the matchups in the rest of the league this week because I didn't see many of the games. But of course, if I ever see any of those, I'll make sure to make mention during the league. Now, my opponent here is ready. And in a last minute panic, I'm going to double check and make sure that my team is ready. Oh, so last week I did level 2 players. I leveled my mummy, and he rolled double, so I managed to get block on my first mummy. I also leveled my ghoul, and he rolled plus agility. After debating whether or not he would be too vulnerable, I decided, well, we'll just take it and see if I can't make that work to my advantage. So I also have a plus agility ghoul, but nobody else is leveled yet. I do have 2 other players with points. I have a MVP'd White, so hopefully I can get him a point this game to level him. I also have a ghoul that could level with a touchdown, so I'm going to see if I can't make something happen with both of those this game. If I'm going to look at these anyway, we'll take a quick look at the Lizardman team. So you will see, unfortunately, his Croxagore did die early off, and he currently has a miss next game Saurus. Now, he does have one Saurus that has skilled up with block, but otherwise his team is undeveloped. He does have many people that are on the verge of leveling, and if he manages to get the ball in the right places, he could be sitting pretty good for the next games after this. So, let's go to play and see how this works. I select my team, and hopefully this will send the invite. Now, as always, I do invite my opponents to join me on stream if they would like to. Oh, this is perfect. I'm exactly 90k ahead. But I will be on the chat on my own this week around. Actually, this may be best case scenario, because this means my opponent can get some babes, and it gives me another shot to take some whacks of those skinks, try to get some player points. But it doesn't necessarily help me win the game. There's 1 Bloodvisor babes and 2 mercenaries. I do have a mercenary, because I did have a zombie die, and I chose not to replace him. I did fire my -1 movement speed ghoul, which you'll notice I took that injury in the first game. The point being, I had the money standing around right now, and with so many skinks on the field, I have the potential to get a lot of star player points this time around. And if I get an MVP on the ghoul with -1 movement speed that I want to fire at some point anyway, it's just going to hurt. So I replaced him now, perhaps a bit early in the league, to be spending that kind of money. It does mean I don't have the same kind of liquid clash that I would normally like to have. But we will see. Oh, the Orc Arena. I wish I was playing my Orcs. I assume that I want to receive against this team. So we will see just how he decides to set up. Now, he is going to be my hope this game around is that 3 Saurus will just not be enough to shield the number of skinks he has to field, and that I can try to get some star player points through the game on that front. Also, because there's so few high strength players, I can actually match my mummies against the Saurus, and I'll still have plus strength on the strength 2 skinks with the rest of my team. So I don't actually need the mummies to be smacking on them. The potential downside being I won't have a chance to level mummies because the Saurus are very high armor and the skinks are much lower. I'm more likely to get some star player points on the mummies if I'm smacking skinks. but we will see very shortly. Also, given my previous game, might have been my first game where I accidentally hit the end turn button, I did actually move mine. Now there's a mod floating around that moves the end turn button to between the two flags. But I actually really didn't like it there, so I tweaked the mod files myself, and you'll see my end turn button is up in the top right corner. If there's anybody who's curious about getting that file to move that, or wants to ask me about it, just send me a message on Reddit or in-game mail or whatever you have, and I'll get you the information you need to make that change. Now this is truly interesting because his Saurus with block is right in the middle. I'm almost tempted to move my mummies up to contest each of the Saurus on the sides. First things first, let's find my user in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want you in the back. I want you protected. But I also really want to try to get some points on this white. So this white is going to go forward to try to hit things. This white is going to be a bit on the line. And my mummies. You know what? Here I have... He can hit that, he can hit that. You can hit there. This is a very strange ordering to my men. But... I very much want to be sure I have somebody in front of all of my whites. And you know what, we'll do something really strange. I'm undecided how I need to deploy against teams like this. I'm still very bad at my starting setups, at least in my opinion. I'm never quite sure what to do. But I feel like I'm the bashy team in this matchup, so I'm going to throw some people up front. And there is a riot. I am short one game turn already. Oi, and nothing has happened. Okay, you can 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and I can put you right up in the middle. And I can smack all of this and see what happens. My blitz want it to be you, but I actually didn't leave myself with a good blitz anywhere. So I'm going to start with this zombie hit. There we go. And we're going to start moving up. And of course, first roll of the game is a badly hurt on this poor skink. And strangely, it wasn't his loner. You have block, so I'm actually comfortable taking this block. Push him. I will push you back to there. I will follow up because I do want to move into that area. Now let's see. I was going to hit him with my mummy. Actually, I have a loner mummy somewhere. Oh, a skeleton over there on the side. Okay. Well, I do have a player down over here already, so I'm actually going to cage up into that area. I'm going to go 1, 2... And I actually don't want to be too far to either side yet. But I am going to cage up over here. Actually, I don't dislike this. I've got an interesting setup here. These guys are fast. 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4. See, my big thing here is I want this ghoul to be able to go up the side. Because he is the player that I do want to score with. But I also really want to protect him. So I'm going to play very defensively at first here. 3 dice is pretty reliable. Oh no, I actually didn't get him. So I will push that and I will step up this to prevent you from getting a assist against him. Now I have a blitz open actually, so I might as well take it. Down to there. No, I do not want to follow because he's just going to get hit. And in fact, I'm going to move him back to here. And my worst, I want to be sure that you don't get hit, so I'm going to call you back here. So I'm being very protective of my, I'm going to be very protective of my ghouls this game. I have had trouble keeping them alive, and I feel like I can get a player advantage, so I'm not in a rush to make things happen. Extremely happy about the first turn badly hurt, though, because I am starting to get some points. Andre of Astoria there, with my Dark Souls theme on the team. And we should have had a D8 on his team. What does he have for names? Tom Hanks, Bill Murray. Okay, so he's got... Oh, Christopher Walken is on the team. Willem Dafoe. Nicolas Cage. John Travolta. Wow. Oh, Sigourney Weaver's moving up front. So he's got a celebrity theme and like one of... I absolutely love this team name. I think it's fantastic. It might just be the Dungeons and Dragons player in me coming out. Which is strange, because I played very, very little Dungeons and Dragons. So I do expect a Blitz to try to get into here somewhere. Oh, he didn't need a dodge roll to do that. I thought there might have been. But I am very comfortable dodging out with this guy, because he is an agility 4 for the first time ever on my teams. So I'll see if I can't make that do something for me. And I know what I want to do here. I want to hit this mummy to free up this player so he can blitz the source and knock him over. Then anybody who's next to a little guy is going to hit him, and I'm going to try and move the ball up the field. The big trick is I want to keep the ball near my mummies, because if my mummies are making hits, then I'm making progress. And I'm very comfortable moving the ball actually out this direction if I can. So, this is my first hit. It's a push. I will push you centrally, and yes, I will follow up because I want you tied in. You, sir, can go... If I move him up one, I actually have a 2 dice block on that player. With the white, and I can do something else with this mummy. But I'm actually very happy moving the mummy into this position because it ties up 2 players. I'm going to go with the blitz for the mummy. Down to there. Push you here. Yes, follow up. And the mighty blow has accomplished nothing for me, but I'm in a decent position. You go 1, 2, 3 to here. Oh, I don't need an assist. These are all 2 dice blocks. Oh, this is so silly. You're going to move up. You're going to hit him. That block. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts you here. Now the ball is fairly well protected right now, so I'm going to continue to throw blocks and see how my field develops over here. That goes there. You, sir, can go here. I can actually cage up right here. Moving the ball forward a bit, so I'm going to do that. Get the ball up the field. And move you here to help cover the ball. You, sir. What am I doing with you? Depends on this. You dodged. Ah! See, I would like to follow up to keep that guy tied in, because they're so quick. And I will. And this poor guy here is going to go 1, 2, 3. Maybe +1 against him there. Over here it's going to be a +1 against him. I hate leaving my mummy without any protection like this, but I much prefer the idea of having you down the field. So I am going to move this this ghoul down the field. This is not because and we'll enter. This is not because I think this is a safe position for him. This is because he is my 3 SPP ghoul, and I would love to hand him the ball. If he levels up here, I'm not quite concerned about what else happens in the game. Well, that's not true, but it would be a very good start. Now, I did lose the fame roll. So that's a... I mean, it's always nice to have the fame advantage. So I should be careful about ending halves too quickly. Also, with the sheer quantity of dodge that he has, if I give him the ball, it's going to be hard to be sure that he doesn't do something with it. Oh! I have a knocked out fellow. Oh, and you don't get a regen roll for knockouts. So we're actually even on the pitch again. Who is that? Oh, that's the guy who got 2 points, too. That's unfortunate. I will want to make sure that I'm marking people with my skeleton and not killing things. Mainly because he's not actually on my team. He's the mercenary. I don't want to be giving him points. But we'll see here in just a second how this goes. I had a feeling he was going to mark up as much as he can and then probably blitz someone in here. I hadn't thought when I moved this mummy over here that I would be shifting the play so far left, but as it would appear, I most certainly am. My opponent does have 3 rerolls. He has agility 3, so dodge is only so much. And if he keeps taking these dodges, hopefully I can burn through some of those rerolls or get some free downs. Okay, so what do I need to do? I need to get this ball off the pitch. There's a couple ways to do this. I could go... Well, you could hit this player. You could go 1, 2, 3, blitz him. You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, hand the ball to this guy, and then he can get all the way up there with the ball, but he will be surrounded by skinks unless I free up somebody else. So let's start with this. It's a very safe block. I'll push you to there, and yes, I will follow up. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could mark this player if I got him the ball. So I am in fact going to move in this direction. And that is a beautiful thing to see for me. The blitzer, well hang on, you sir can go here and tie up this player. I need to free this player from having the ball. Well, you know what? Let's get some more people up here in the annoying area. So all these players could potentially make plays down the field later on. I've got a 3-die block here with blocks. That's fairly safe, so I'll take that now. He does not have blocks, so I will take that result. And, oh, perfect. I can keep moving. And again, tie up these stunty players. I'm actually going to move into here, which is maybe silly, but if this mummy hit goes well, then I've actually tied up all these players. Now, the thing I really need to do is move this ball. 1, 2, 3. I can pass 3 in a straight line or 1, 2 that way. So I can safely go here and then pass the ball to him. If he drops the ball, I'm in trouble though. So, nope. I like this play. He's going to go here and pass him the ball, and I'll re-roll the pickup if I need to. You, sir, are going to go way the heck downfield, because everybody is in a tackle zone. He can dodge and get players on me, but then I can also get a lot of players down there. Speed, there's no point. Anything that can move can reach around there. So, I'm not going to go for it. He'll stand as he is. You, sir, are the one without block. You're the one with block? I'll roll the block tackle first. I'm going to re-roll because I really don't want to turn over. Oh, and this is actually a huge swing for me, having that guy KO'd. This is a 2 dice block. I will take you. And I will take this. If this player frees up, then he can get to me. He has block and I do not, but it's 2 dice. I'm safer on the offense. There we go. Downed. Yes, I will follow up. And that makes this white a lot safer. Now, my opponent does have babes. So while he has 3 players off the pitch right now, 2 of them are knocked out, and they are coming back on a 3+ instead of a 4+. So the knockouts are not as lasting as they could be. And I did expect to see a bunch of dodges coming down here. That's one of the dangers of me throwing the ball so far upfield. But as long as he's rolling dice, he might need to reroll, and maybe I can get some kind of advantage there. And I'm actually still very comfortable with my ability to get through this. Especially because these are strength 2 players in my way. And Christopher Walken, oh no, he's got armor value 6. He's actually short 1 armor. Now, were my opponent, what would I be doing? I would consider getting the source in that area, but then he's losing the block advantage in the center of the field. I may be foolish and try to score with this ghoul now. That's dangerous because it is so early in the turn counter that I'm giving him a good chance to catch up. But I'm really hoping, again, with these skinks, that I can get this player advantage and keep it going, and maybe have a high skill point game. Oh, that's interesting. Blitzing to there does free up this skink to try to do something. I don't know that he gets far enough upfield to make that matter. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this player can very safely get to here, giving me a 2 die blitz with the ghoul, who can then try to run this in. Do I have any other blocks that are very safe? No, I don't. What I do want to do is move you here. All I'm doing right now is I'm checking to see if I drop the ball. I want to be sure that I'm not in a bad position. So I'm trying to get people into the play here to just make things more difficult for him in case this messes up. And I'm actually fairly comfortable waiting right now, so I am going to take the 2 die block here. Because I do have block, I might as well try it. You, sir, do not have block, but 3 dice is fairly safe, so I will hit a skink. And we'll just push you. And now I'm going to try the blitz. 2 die here. He has dodge, I have dodge. I do not have anything else. I have to dodge if I push him. Can anyone else get to the ball here? Do I still have my reroll this turn? I believe I do. And I don't need it. So normally I would wait on this front, as I've mentioned, but I really want to level that ghoul. Oh, but he does get both of his players back, and mine is still out, so we are on an even field here, and I've left him a lot of time to make something happen. Which is quite concerning to me. Now, I do want my mummies on the line somewhere. I'm actually kind of happy with that setup. I want my agility ghoul way in the back. I want these gentlemen in the back so that they can respond to whatever is happening up the pitch. Here's my problem. My tackle zones don't cover everything now. From here they do. but then he's blitzable. I feel like, who's the ghoul with no points? He's going to have to be up in the play somewhere. And these guys can hang back to be alive. And you don't put them in the middle so there's no room. Or, you know what? I only put 3 guys here. I set up like this and now I have a free zombie. But I do have more area to cover. So I could set up like that. I actually do like being up. And then, because no one else is here, I'm going to put you gentlemen here. Oh, you go there. A little outside of blitz range. And my agility 1 goes in the back. So there's going to be skinks everywhere, which is why I'm splitting up. I can't stop them all. The best I can do is hope that I can knock a couple down. Getting that Saurus back up is going to be a very big deal for him. I actually did not check to see which one it was. But all 3 Saurus are on the line, so they're just going to smack me in the face. Which seems strange, because I do have the strength advantage. He can't get even dice by putting skinks in there. That means he's committing 5 players to a 3-player line in the center. And I feel like maybe I can make something work around that. And granted, until he locks in, everything here is hypothetical, so I don't want to over-theorize. And I do believe none of his skinks had a level. And 2 of them are loners? Might even be 3. 2 of them are loners. And 1 is badly hurt. I am actually immediately regretting my decision to take that touchdown. If I'd waited 2 turns, I would feel a lot safer playing this half. He's also put everybody central, which I guess makes sense because his players are so quick. He can get them wherever he needs to. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always kick center field because if he touchbacks to a Saurus, I've got trouble. I want to be shorts on the table. Changing weather, so double bounce. Nothing important. I believe that was the same kickoff last time. Oh no! I actually lost a turn due to the kickoff result. So in fact, I ended up scoring in 3 turns instead of... Oh no, I scored in 4. So he is being sure that that ball gets picked up. Which I don't mind, because he has so many players back. I'm hoping I can actually get a solid front line here and make it hard for him to move down the field. And he's giving me blocks that I can throw, which I'm very happy to take. I mean, he is going to smack my my front line around a bit. But he didn't bring assists in there. So they are all 2 dice blocks. Oh wow, he dodges out with an agility 1 Saurus. That's actually a curious decision. But it is a decision. And results are results. Now, what do I need to do here? I need to get these loner skinks down. And I'm very happy taking these blocks. I want to tie this guy up with a player. Probably you. But he doesn't need star player points. You do. I'm going to hit with this guy because he has block. And it's a good thing I did. And that is a huge problem for my opponent. I'm very happy to see he has an Apoth available because he's been having some tough dice. It went to badly hurt, so the player is going to be on the sidelines and come back in. I want to be sure that I tie up this Saurus with the player. And I want this mummy somewhere near the game, so I'm going to put him there, and I'm going to move this skeleton up just to assist him. Be sure he doesn't get overblocked. I don't feel like I need a lot of players over here. I want to shift them this way. I don't want to get blitzed by that Saurus. I'm going to take the blocks that I have. How fast are these guys? 7, they can be all the way down here, but not behind me. So I'm going to move this guy up to give my white an assist. You, sir, can deal with anything that tries to come back. I'm going to move you up into a position where, again, you can join the play if I need you to. The white is going to have to take this block because he has been marked. And the stun means I'm much safer on this side of the field, but I have to leave a player with this skink. And I may actually leave my slow ghoul in this part of the field, because he'll be safe there. And then I'm going to bring this mummy closer into the play, which appears to be developing on the right half of the pitch. Now the one thing I forgot is that these people can stand up, dodge out, and they're so fast that I need to worry about something just standing and getting behind me. But I am getting some very nice armor rolls. Him being permanently down, a Saurus. Oh no! He took the Apoth on the Saurus, got a badly hurt on the Apoth, and then did not select it. And he ended up taking the broken neck, which is actually really bad. I'm actually... Oh, I absolutely hate seeing that happen. I have trouble with this as well. I'm actually really concerned. I know he used the Apoth and got it badly hurt, but I don't think he changed the little checkbox to badly hurt, and he actually chose to accept the broken neck. I have done this several times due to the user interface in this game, and that just drives me crazy. I hate seeing that happen. I'm actually going to switch my screen really quickly and see what's beeping at me. Okay, and we're back. This is like the worst thing to happen. I feel so bad that this has happened to him, because there's no reason for that to be a problem for him. How far can you go? 1, 2, you really can't hit that. So, this is a fairly safe block. I will take that. I want to continue to tie up the Saurus, but I need people in the play. He's gonna go 1, 2, and try to tie up 2 skinks. He could go 1, 2, if I blitz this player, then I can actually get my mummy base to base with a Saurus, which I would love to see. But I don't know if I have anyone good for blitzing that. Who needs points? Where's my... it's the white that already did through a hit. You, sir, are going to come to the... You know what? I'm just going to put you into play. I really want some players in the backfield for whatever happens with this ball. I want you to mark the Saurus to be sure stuff doesn't happen there. I didn't leave anybody here. That's a mistake. I actually cannot blitz into that corner with the people that I want to. 1, 2. So I am going to blitz this way. I need to get into the play, so you're going to come back here. This player remains to mark that skink. The zombie, again, we're going to get you into the play here somewhere. Actually, we're going to get you where the play is evolving. The play will move somewhere in this area. And I managed to get the KO, which I'm happy with. Of course, Mighty Blow always helps. These two players are both marking somebody, so I want to leave them, so I will end turn there. I'm actually extremely sad for my opponent about that, because that is just the worst situation to have happen. This is why we're excited for Blood Bowl 2. We're going to see a user interface that is cleaned up. There's going to be less mistakes, I hope. Now I'm hoping I left enough players back here to deal with the ball when it comes around this side. Recognizing now, looking at the turn clock, that I have 1 turn left, and my opponent has 1 turn left after this to get the touchdown. So he needs to have somebody in range. How fast are these guys? 8? So you can go 9 at most. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go for it, go for it. So he has to be 4 in, and he hasn't put any skinks in scoring range yet, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go for it, go for it. So as of right now, he has no players that could score on his final turn. And if that remains the case, then I'm just going to be hitting as much as I can. He's doing an excellent job at denying me hits. Unfortunately, again, the one player I really need to get a single point is this white over here to level. And I haven't been able to set him up. But he has nobody left that can score. I'm going to mark, you know what, this player is going to go all the way back because he has +1 agility, and I'm terrified of him dying for something silly. You are definitely not my blitz, so you can stand up. Now my best case is obviously to remove the SARS here. You're not throwing a blitz at all. I don't know where to throw my blitz. You could go here. 1, 2. You can go here. Now I have a 2-die block with the white that I want to level up, and we'll see if anything happens. Oh, he actually got an armor break, but no points. I still do have my blitz. I've got a 2-die hit here. I could blitz with you to get some points, or I could blitz with my mummy that has nothing. I'm gonna blitz a skink. Give him the choice. I do have block, and it's a KO, so no points, but player advantage. At this point, I'm really just hoping to score points for my team. Get some star players. You're going to come over here because you can, and my loner skeleton is going to throw a 1-die block. And yes, I'm going to follow up because I want to be sure this fellow doesn't go blitz ghoul. And so, he has 1 player left here, and should have double checked. Oh, what? What was I looking at? He can actually make it. He can actually score from there. I thought he was completely out of range. I thought he was 1 position short, or I would have put players all over that fellow. I would have blitzed him instead, no question. Okay, so this is a huge play error, and we're going to see what happens here. This may actually cost the game because he starts with the ball in the second half. But I do have a skink in a tackle zone. This is one heck of a pass to make. I've got a chance to intercept, and he has no rerolls. I mean, he has to go for it, and I think it's extremely reasonable to run this fellow around. Do a short pass. And I need to hope that he misses. And there we go. I got the lucky dice, and I'm okay. Oh, that could have very, very easily been a 1-1 out of halftime. That was a scary kickoff for me. And the skinks are coming back. I'm on the fence about that. I like having the player advantage, but I also like having skinks that I can hit every turn. I'm, however, up 2 players, and he is down to 2 Saurus. And my best case scenario... Where's my skeleton, actually? Where are you? I don't care if you die. You go in there with those 2 guys. And everyone else, I was actually fairly happy with how that kickoff went. He had to go very far back. And my players are very quick, so I don't think that he can actually get through here. My big trick for me is, again, I need to keep hitting skinks with this white, because if he gets 1 more point, I'm in a good position. I'd really like to get a level over there. That's it. I have seen 2 injuries go down, so that's 4 skill points I should not have. Or at least I don't count on the injury skill points. Fortunately, yet another one is on this mummy, but he's actually... not unreasonably far from hitting his 3rd level, so I may see if I can do something with him. Always dangerous to have all your eggs in one basket, though. Especially in Blood Bowl, where your baskets die. So here we have him doing what I expected him to do the last half, which is keep his Saurus off my mummies. I think he realized last time by dodging the Saurus out that he could not have him tied up with mummies the whole half. And actually, if I do not have the mummies on those Saurus, they're going to be difficult for me to deal with. Now, if I'm lucky and the ball goes deep again, I can try to throw a couple of blocks. Very boring kickoffs here. Oh, don't pick it up. Okay, good. If he started with the ball, I would be quite afraid of this. But he can get this very far forward. I wouldn't be surprised to see the ball come right in here and cage up early. I'm going to try to block my mummies in the direction of the play. I will likely put both whites to this side, leaving a skeleton and a ghoul, or sorry, a zombie and a ghoul on this part of the pitch to prevent skinks running around. Keep 1 ghoul far back. I was never quite sure how to use the ghouls, and I'm actually enjoying having that kind of speed in the back of the field. Like, this guy can reach every square in my own half. And that's, coming as an orc player, that blows my mind. That I can do something like that. So he is in fact caging up. The nice thing about this is that I don't have to go to him. The bad thing is that I want to blitz with this white. And that would leave everybody else in a silly position when I want them to go this way. So we will move my mummies in the correct direction. This guy is actually just going to hit him straight. Dodge is there. I'm going to push you there. Ah, crap, I will follow up. I don't want him in that half of the field, but you do what you can. You, sir, are going to move somewhere to support that mummy. I want you coming this way, but I really want this guy to blitz this skink. So, I'm going to run this blitz. Unfortunate, but that is what it is. Now, I can support the mummy with this skeleton. And you, sir, can put some serious some dodge zones on everything. So I'm going to move him up here to make it harder for him to go forward with the ball without trying to hit me. You, sir, can come towards the play. And I'm not so far committed that I can't circle back at this point. Which is why my players are coming in this direction, but not going the whole way yet. If you, sir, go to 7, you can still reach every square on the left half of the pitch to deal with that skink if I need you to. You can come here to handle the play as it develops, and you, again, I just want you as central as possible so I can make use of you when it matters. We're going to wait to see just where my opponent commits his players before I get too far into this. He did get everybody back up, though, so I'm at a one-player advantage right now. I have a feeling he realizes that I'm hitting, or trying to hit with this white as much as possible, because I want that single point as much as I can. If I do manage to get the ball back, I'm going to see if I can't get him to run it in. I expect there's going to be a blitz onto this zombie, but that's what he's there for. Oh! He is going to move the ball towards the middle. So keeping my skeleton here where I did is not the worst of plays. And he's forcing me again to defend both flanks suddenly instead of just moving at the ball. But I do have a lot of blocks here that I can throw, which I'm very happy about. That's always a good situation for me. And I'm going to mark as many players as I can. Keep my ghouls back as safeties. So you, sir, can go up here. I want a safety in this part of the field. Not too far forward. I want you, again, over in this area. You, sir, can just be... Again, I'm just keeping all my ghouls somewhere where they could choose to influence the play, should that line up for them. I want my 2 dice block with my white. If I can hit with a mummy, it's the best thing for me to hit with here. Down. I'm going to push you towards the play to be in the way, and yes, I will follow up. And Mighty Blow does its job. That's the first points for Fire Lord Gwyn. The skeleton is not throwing the hit because I don't need him to level. I'm going to do that. I'm going to follow up because I want to keep the player marked. I don't know what to do with this white. I have not blitzed yet. I feel like having him here to cover the mummy is a good situation. Just like having you here to cover this mummy makes him more defended, and then I've got 2 dice block here, which I probably should not have taken, because if that dice failed, I was actually in a lot of trouble. So these 2 mummies here are continuing to do work. I think coming into this league, I underestimated just how much they could do, starting with Mighty Blow before anything else on the league is in play. I am concerned, however, about getting this ball off of him, because if he does manage to score, I will not have a lot of time to make something happen. And he has a very much opened... I'm concerned because his team is so fast that he can just walk around me. And I've got so many slow players on this front line. My hope is that these ghouls in the back can blitz any skinks that try to go too far. Or at least mark them. And he continues to shift from side to side here. If I could do something about this skink on the left, I could commit a lot more people to the right side now. But again, as long as he has a player standing that with dodge and speed 8, I need to keep players around in this area of the pitch. I do have a nice block with the mummy here, which is a good start. How fast are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do a blitz with the white that I want to level onto this area here. And then I'm going to mark up just as many players as I can. I'm afraid to throw that block in case I fail, but of course there he goes. With the go for it, because there's a otherwise he could be surfed. So how fast are you? 4? Not fast enough to be useful. But you are going to move into the general area. He's going to circle around here so that I have tackle zones in this whole area. This is going to force a lot of dodges for him to get through, whatever he does. Okay, so, Blitz, you're going to hit him. Quite right. You, sir, are going to move 1, 2... somewhere so that you can react to the play. You are going to hit him because this is my most important block. Down. I'm going to put you straight back. And then we'll follow up to make things a little more difficult for you. Now, if this fails, I am in trouble, but I don't care. We'll roll it. Oh, and this is my guy's block. That was lucky. And now this player is marked. Most of his players are down. That's just a nod. I'm going to make him roll the dice and see if he can't burn a reroll. But again, there's nothing stopping him from just dodging out and shifting the play to the other side, which is always scary for me. I'm most afraid as to what this skink is going to do. Just because a lucky 6 on a throw and a catch can cause the end of the game here. I think I'm in the position where I want to start trying to get the ball off of him, if I can. But I am also in a position where I can tie up both of his swords with my mummies if they remain standing. 1, 2, 3. I can step you here. He can just do his hit. You can do your hit. And in worst case scenarios, I blitz with this guy. So now if this skink doesn't stand up, then I can blitz his ball carrier right now. But if it does stand up, then I'm probably going to surf it. So it's a dangerous kind of situation for him. I hate that I have 3 players over here for a single skink. That is the most annoying. But we'll see him probably dodge out at this turn, and unfortunately I need my blitzes on this side of the field, so I'm just going to have to continue to mark this player. Likely not with the zombie because he's too slow to do it. Oh, he got both of the dodges off. Wow, that is going to be frustrating. I may in fact need to blitz this player instead. You, sir, are going to mark the source. You are going to stand. You now have a 2-die block on him. But more importantly, I can go 1, 2, 3, and 2-die block onto the skink. Hopefully getting that ball free. Before I do that, this player needs tackle zones. And you, sir, are going to move into the play. Alright, let's do something. Where's my agility one? Is that you? Which one of those in the back? Alright, let's see if I can't get this ball loose. I'm going to take my reroll here. Nope. I am going to follow because I do not want to be surfed without him blitzing me. Now I am in a bit of trouble here. You have blocks. I'm going to... Oh, wait. No, I don't have... Oh, I got lucky. And foolishly, I'm going to move him in so that he has a multiple die block against him. But I have a 2-dice block on you. Whoops. Okay, so I've just had a bad turn. I blew a reroll. The ball is fairly safe. I'm going to take a lot of hits here. And unfortunately, this guy scares the crap out of me. I need to do something about him. Unfortunately, I really want my blitzes up top. Unless I'm willing to throw a blitz at this guy, I just need to hope that he fails a dodge roll. That's it. It is going to be difficult to get the ball out of here. 1, 2. There's 2 dodges, however he goes. But he could try a double dodge to hand off to something silly to pass. He could do some really elfy stuff. But with the edge 3, I'm hoping that's not likely. This reroll was iffy. I took the reroll because if I knocked the ball down, I would be in a very good position here. And I figured with the turn limit being where it was, it might be okay to actually start using them. I'm a little upset I haven't managed to get the ball back here. I really want to get that off of him somehow. Unfortunately, I have tackle zones on everybody. So this mummy's actually fairly safe. I'm not sure what that end turn was about, actually. I hate when that happens. I have done this many times. The accidental end turn. So, how does this work? Who takes this hit? You do, because you need to level up and you have block, and then it pushes him into a million tackle zones if I fail. I want you there to make that a little harder. I really want to hit this guy. But I need the ball. Down, there we go. Okay, so now I'm in a better situation here. You can hit him. I can try to pick up the ball with this white. Whoa, that was actually really dangerous. Guess I will follow up in this case. Two to there. Don't follow up. Pick up the ball. And then run with it. Does this put him all alone with no one to help him? It does, but it also gets the ball away from the end zone. And gets my mummies in the play because they're annoying. And now, at last, I'm free to take this. I'm going to take it with you because you can do more with the skill points in case something good happens. Push you to here. And I can take a second shot at it. There we go. And that's everyone. This is the second interface problem my opponent has had. The first being that he left a Saurus after doing the bad Apoth roll, and this time he accidentally hit the end turn button. I'm very glad I moved mine because I have made that mistake. Now this is the scary thing over here. He will be able to get 2 players over here uncontested. If I can get an assist, then I can try to blitz out. You go 1, 2, 3, 4. If the mummy is successful. Unfortunately, I feel like both of those misclicks are going to be, they're just large problems for my opponent, and I feel bad that he's had to deal with them. Now, I do have a lot of players who just are not in the play here. That can be a block. That's a block. You are marked with I need. So what I really need to do is get this guy over here for the assist. So this mummy has to throw a block. He has blocked, so I'm okay throwing it. That's a problem because I wanted that square. Go for it to 5 for that. You, sir, can make it. So I'm going to throw this to free up my blitzer now. So now I have a blitzer over here. I have you here, and sadly my skeleton is going to take the push before I mess things up. Because I want the extra player. He is not injured, which I'm happy. I just want him off the pitch. And you, sir, are my blitz. I got a dodge. I'm going to push you to here, and in fact I'm going to... what turn is it? Yeah, I'll follow it. I will wait and fight my way out of this because I have 2 turns to try to hit the end zone with him. Actually, if we do it with the other white, it'd be in a much better position. So we'll try this block. Push you to there. You, sir, are going to move beside him because I may as well. And you, sir, are going to keep moving them up the field. Good enough. I will take that quite happily. So, unfortunately, I feel like the Lizardmen just... due to the early Cloxigor drop, he's in a rough spot because he just did not have enough meat on the front line. Had he had the Croxigor and his other source, that would have been 5 high-strength players, and I would have had a lot of trouble playing this game. Oh, wow! These, he's rolling 6s to dodge here. Doesn't he? Yeah, the dodge. He needs a 6 to dodge out with that source, and he's making the dodge. Oh, wow, and he actually managed to get a 2-die block with his skink. Except he's not taking it. Interesting. How do I make this work? I get players involved. feel like I hit you to knock him back one. Oh no, because I want the mummy to hit him. This could be just a one-die blitz. One, dodge, 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 and try to go for the touchdown. And I get hit right away. You're staying. How fast are you? Oh, okay. You're going into the play. You're too slow to ever help, so you're going to stand here. You're too slow to ever help, you're going to go back here. These are all one dice blocks. Dodge to there, follow up yes, because then it can't be hit by this guy. Now, you can dodge out on a 3+ with a reroll. I'm gonna go for this. And there we go. I probably should have waited a turn. I am scoring with the wrong player, and I had a lot of really nice blocks set up. I could have tried to get some more points. And his source is coming back, the one that I pitched. So, he has one turn left, and I have one turn left. I feel like my mummies are actually very safe, so I'm okay leaving them up there. Just because of their really high strength. My skeleton is somewhere. Where are you, skeleton? The skeleton goes there. Strength 4, you can get a +1 assist there, and a +1 assist there, so I will put my 0 SPP. Is this wrong? I feel like the correct approach is to keep my players back. I'm definitely keeping my whites well back from the play because I don't want them getting hit. So I'm going to do something like this, and he's going to hit a bunch of players. But he only has 2 heavy hitters and then a bunch of strength 2 players. So what I really want to do is try to get blocks in the turn after this. You're at 2. It's at 10, 0, 0, 0, 2, 5, 3. So I did level one of my ghouls. Actually wouldn't mind a touchback here because maybe the ball will come closer to me. So I'll kick it closer. Throw a rock! He had the fame advantage, but I still won the dice roll. That is just ridiculous. So, fortunately on the start of turn 16, he had a rock thrown which badly hurt his Saurus. Fortunately, he's not permanently injured, but he's out. So I expect he's going to dodge back his skinks to try to stop me from killing them. Which would make a lot of sense. Or he may just leave them. Practically, because this is a league, I should be trying to kick somebody. Especially considering that this is a 2-0 team. But we will see. Now, I want to hit with you, and without block, because you haven't leveled yet. Push him that way. Alright. We'll give the other mummy a shot at you. Dodges again, look at that. Classy little fellow. You're gonna hit him. Oh, these dodge rolls, man. I'm not getting anything here. You're the one I really want to level, so you're gonna get the blitz. And nothing. Most of this does not matter. But I do have one more hit here, so we will make sure I get 3 dice. Oh, unless I were to kick somebody. Can they reach to kick anyone? Take them both down? I have better armor. Oh! I badly hurt myself and gave him points. So, at least he got 2 star player points on a skink right at the end for me knocking myself down. He got some free skink SPP there. Okay, so we're going to take a second. Let's see what the end game looks like. I rolled a 2 for my winnings. Do I want to re-roll? Yes. I always have to read this out because I've missed it before. And I got 40k, so I rolled a 3 for my winnings, which is alright. And yet it recorded me as 30. I don't know if that updates. My fan factor has gone up. MVP on his team. Hopefully he got a Saurus. Unfortunately it was a skink and a skink with no points, so that's not going to help him out yet. Please don't be the skeleton. Oh, my +1 agility ghoul MVP'd, so he's only 2 away from getting his block. That's dangerous, because he does not have the block yet. But if he gets there, then he'll actually be a much safer player and he'll probably do a lot for the team. So I'm happy to see him get some points. And that is it for the game. So next week I am up against the Camry, who are currently 1-0-1. I think they've played their week 3 match, but I don't have the result yet. But we'll see that when we get to them next. Thanks for anyone who is joining me for the game today, and I will see you guys next week.